Assalamu alaikum, viewers. In the beginning of the episode, we see Aholafira is crying for Atranos, and Olia says to her, "Look at yourself, the person you are crying for is our enemy. We have to end the enmity between Orhan and his family. Love, lust, love. All of this is a lie. All of this is a deception. Open your eyes now. You will not close your eyes with this lie. You will never take Orhan's name again. Did you hear me? This is how the elephant goes away in anger." And the dark shadow of Olia goes behind her. Then Olia calls the soldier inside and tells the Gohanas to inform him. The death of Gorklo Khan has destroyed everything. We should be united and plan a new game. I will wait for all the warriors in my palace. The soldiers go away while listening to this. There we see that Orhan has set up a trap. He is planning to save his father with the soldiers and Alcum. Alcum says, keeping a mark on the map, "The warriors on every hill are watching their allies. They have closed the whole valley. At the time of the attack, they send each other through the wires." So Benda says, "Dogs, they have laid traps everywhere. The princes are strong in there that we should attack." So Orhan says, "Not at all. They will kill your family members at that moment." Then he says to the tribe leader, "Tell everyone that everyone will give us their best fight. Until we are not more in numbers, there is no point in going." Hearing this, the beautiful lady asks all of a sudden, "Orhan, sir, what are you thinking? How will we get into their trap?" Which Orhan says, using all his strength and weapons, "We will have to leave through the time of Aftab." Along with this, they all leave the tent. There, the leader Yaqub Khan says. Then the simple lady says, "I help you." The young man, saying no to the leader, says, "I don't want it. I don't need anyone's help. I don't want anything more than you." The noble lady says, "Mr. Yakov, if you did this but the leader says don't talk. Mehmet is not an experienced, angry, emotional, hasty person. He made a mistake. But what do you think of yourself? Who are you to spy on my daughter?" The noble lady says, "I am her mother. And your wife Yaqub, I did all this because I am worried about my future." Then Sardar Yaqub asks, "Are you taking advantage of my daughter?" "Don't say a single word more. You have bowed my head, Sadat, and now you are going to apologize to women after listening to this," Sadat says. "What?" "Don't say anything to me, but don't say it like this," which Sardar Yaqub says, "If you want me to forgive you, so whatever you have done, you will ask for forgiveness first." Hearing this, the Sadi Sadat woman goes away without wanting to. And when Gonka directs the pillow of Sardar Yaqub says, "What do you think about yourself, daughter? How did you do this with me and your companions? Have you never thought?" The young Gonka says, sitting next to him, "Father, I had no other solution. My mother put me in a lot of trouble." Then Sardar Yaqub cleans his tears and says, "When a person loves someone, he trusts him, my dear Goncha. Today my trust in your mother is over. My heart is burning. I feel the pain of this arrow in front of that pain." Hearing this, Goncha stands up and says, "This fire you started, father. Now you're putting my mother at risk. But you sent my mother behind the cow first." Saying this, she moves forward and says, "As much as my mother and brother are at fault, you are also the same criminal, Baba." They say that the marriage is lost, and the Sardar Yaqub is very upset. There Usman Sahib is reading an order, and after reading it, Usman Sahib says to Buran, "Governor is in our hands. Call the president quickly." Hearing this, Sati Buran goes away. There we see that Bala Hatun is praying after reciting the prayer. At this moment, Sadat Khatun comes there and says, embarrassed, "Thank God that Mr. Yaqub has been saved. Thank you, and thank Mr. Alauddin." So Bala Hatun says, "Sadat Khatun, this was our duty. They say that everyone does what gives him the gift. On this," Sadat Khatun says, "I want you to understand me, Bala. When I saw my husband on the bedside, my mind was lost. Maaf kijiga to Bala Akhdun kehti hai. Kia pehle bhi aapki akal ko gaidi Sadat Khatun. Are koi apni beti ko jasus kaisi bana sakta hai. Aap kaisi maya hai jo aban Sadat Khatun kehti hai. मेरी नियत खराब नहीं दी, मैंने गलत समझा, मोहब्बत में जो तोड़ नहीं किया जा सकता बाला, जब मैंने उसे ये वाजिफा दिया उसे पहले ही वो एक दूसरे से प्यार करते थे। बाला खातून कहती है, आपने हमारे बच्चों के मोहब्बत पर दाग लगा दिया है। तो सादत खातून कहती है, जो कुछ हुआ उसका कोई मुदावा नहीं है, मैंने जो गुनाह की 453. She says that she helps Bala Hatun to get back on her feet, but Bala Hatun says, I don't shake hands with you. If I ever see you in reality, I will surely shake hands with you. As she turns shy, Bala Hatun says, think carefully, B, for you do anything. And then after she leaves, she says, you will never change, Sadat. The greed of power has taken over you. May Allah guide you. And he says to Burhan, Konur and Aladdin that we have received information from our spies, and this lady invited Gurnaru to the trance. So Aladdin says, we have saved our lives from Gork Lohan, and he is taking out his head from his bill. Then Konur says, sir, he must be planning some bad things, which Abhinasman says yes. Mr. Yakov was injured and Gurukul Khan died. Now he will take advantage of the woman says, Jacob, if you weren't there, I would have destroyed this palace. She says, Bala didn't embarrass me. He didn't help me. He forced me to beg like a dog. After listening to her, Mehmet says, oh, Baba is making a mistake. Ma, he is making a mistake just because he saved our lives. Will we forgive him? Give me permission, I will burn this palace. So Saadat Khatun says, we will not burn it, Mehmet, we will destroy it from inside. He has defamed your father, sister, and our family. We will not leave them without punishment. We will not give up Mehmet. They have been our enemies till today. But whatever happened, they have become our enemies. I want to burn their hearts. So Mehmet says, we will burn them, mother, we will burn them. So Saadat Khatun says, do not do anything in front of your father. We will do all this in detail. After the audience, we see that Maloon Khatun is dreaming that she is following a white-skinned woman, and she says to him, stop, you are being told. Maloon Khatun is shocked when that woman turns around because it is her reflection. Along with this, there are voices like Labaik, Allahumma Labaik, La Sharik, La Kalabaik. These voices are coming from all sides. So Maloon Khatun also roams around, and her eyes say to her, come here. Maloon Khatun also asks her where. At this moment, Mongolian soldiers move towards her. Maloon Khatun pulls the arrow while looking at her, but often leaves everything and goes to one side. Maloon Khatun leaves the arrow to kill the Mongol. But the arrow breaks without a command. She gets worried seeing this, and she gets up with fear. Then when Usman called her, she gets entangled with him. Usman asked, was it the same dream? So Manu said, yes, it was the same, but I was saying that I saw a woman going towards the tree, and I said that I didn't see her face now, I have seen her. Usman, I have seen her face, it was me, I had put on my ahram, I saw myself. Usman said, after hearing this Manu look, I know what is in your mind. So Manu said, Usman, what I have seen is the way of Hajj. But before I could see anything else, he always attacked me with his qualities. I made my command to shoot him straight, but my command broke. Is this a sign? Is it better to go or stay? I don't understand. So Usman says, loving him. Now, as you know, everything is very difficult. We are in the middle of two fires. Whether you are in a palace or not, in the city or for people, surely your being with me gives me strength. But this dream that you saw is about going on your pilgrimage. Is it better for you to stay or go? This is your decision. Whatever decision you make, I will accept it. I am with you. Listening to this, Maloon Khatun and Usman Sahib are entangled, and the viewers of the episode are also at the end. If you like the video, then like the video, subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon.